What happened to yearning? What happened to men that pursue? What happened to men being confident enough to make the first move? I feel like our generation is just so whacked out. Like we're just all messed up. And I think with the phones, we're just so antisocial and just everything is just out of sorts and it's not how it used to be. And I think it's a real shame that like the art of dating and like yearning and pursuing is just dead. Like I watch shows like Bridgerton, I'm like, oh my God, we will never have that again. It's just gonna get worse. And it's actually so sad. Especially dating apps have just ruined it all.
I've given up dating and pursuing women, and I think more men should do the same. I haven't given up out of hopelessness. I've given up out of clarity. And no, it's not because I'm gay. This isn't a coming out video, but that'd be really funny if it was. I've deleted the apps. I've stopped chasing, and instead I've become completely obsessed with building the life that I actually want to live. My music, my businesses, my health, my home, my son, my purpose, the things that actually set my soul on fire. And here's what I've realized. That obsession brings me more fulfillment than any relationship ever has. I wake up genuinely excited about what I'm building, and there's something that feels so deeply right about a man who knows exactly what he's here to do and just does it. So that's the work right now. Not becoming perfect, just focused on being whole, because the version of me that I'm embodying doesn't need a woman to feel complete. I'm already full. So when I meet someone next, I want there to be zero part of me looking for her to fulfill something in me. No neediness, no quiet desperation dressed up as romance. I want to show up already overflowing. And whatever we share is just extra. It's a bonus. Pure joy on top of an already great life. That's the kind of love I actually want to experience. And I believe you can only really have that when you've done the work on yourself first. So that's exactly where I'm at. My focus is on being the best me, and I trust that the rest will follow.
Yesterday, I went on a date with a man that was probably top 10, one of the best dates I've ever been on in my life. And I was certain by the end of that date that this was going to be my next boyfriend. And I'm not going to tell you about the date because 24 hours later, not even, he has fucked up already and he is blocked, and I would never speak to that man again. And let me tell you what he did. Because, bitch, you're not. Buckle in. Buckle up, buttercup. Okay? So after this date, I invite him back to my house because my house is the ultimate chill spot. I have a beautiful patio. I have a fire pit. I've got lights strung. I've got hookah. I've got a full liquor cabinet, a 24/8. My house is the chill spot. So I invite him back to my home because I don't want the night to end. He comes in. The first thing he asks in the first 33 seconds of being in my home is, can I use the bathroom? And that is fine because we've been drinking. So you can go use the potty. But then I'm fiddling around, straightening up a couple things that I forgot to put away. My phone goes ding. I look at my phone. He's texting me. Why are you texting me from the bathroom? It should not be taking that long. And the text said, do you have wipes? Sir, did you drop a deuce nugget in my commode within the first 34 seconds of being in my home? And are you asking me for wet ones? Are we for real? Where is your decorum? Anyway, I get him some wipes because I'm like, well, I would rather you not have butt nuggets, so I'll get you some wipes. So after he comes out the bathroom, we go on the patio. Within the first 12 to 17 minutes, this man has asked me to repeatedly lift myself from my rear end to get him a cup of water, open a bottle of wine, and changed his mind and decided he wanted tequila, changed the flavor in the hookah. He wanted a blanket. He asked me to get him a snack. Then he wanted s'mores because I had started the fire pit. This was probably the most needy guest I've ever had in my house by far. And I'm already somebody who fully believes in the philosophy that as a guest in someone else's home, you should be as uncomfortable as humanly possible until they offer to make you comfortable. If you are thirsty, you stay parched until they offer you water. If you have to pee, you hold your biological functions to the best of your ability until they show you where the restroom is. You don't ask for food. You don't make yourself comfortable in someone else's home, even if they request you do, until they extend the courtesy of comfort to you. Okay? You don't just go asking for shit. I believe in that. Okay? So I'm already one of those people that's like, you're inconveniencing me in my home. You got about an hour and a half in my house before you are no longer a guest. And I'm going to start drawing you a map to the cabinets so you can go get whatever the fuck you need out of there. Because I'm not getting up again. But I was being kind and I was being nice because I really liked him, right? But then by the end of the night, I realized this man has eaten all of my snacks, my leftovers from the restaurant and ain't ate me. Not a single coochie lip was put into a mouth yesterday. You're blocked.
I just went on the worst date in U.S. history. Like, something was telling me to stay single till I was 35. So I met this girl on Bumble, which is actually insane because who meets a girl they actually want to talk to on Bumble? What the fuck was I thinking? Anyway, she seemed cool, you feel me? Like, I never really dated someone that was like, you know, mixed with Asian, white, and black. Like, I was like, you know what? This is really intriguing to me. Like, I get a mixture of all cultures with you. And she's thicker than a trick, you feel me? Thicker than a fucking trick. God damn. When we talking in the messages, she seems so down to earth. And you know, when a girl's down to earth, it makes you just want to do more for her and put your best foot forward. So you like, you know, you kind of impress her a little bit. Like she won't see it coming. So I was like, let me do my thing and not take her to Chili's, because you feel me, I take girls to Chili's. I take girls to Chili's, McDonald's, because if you come off as like, you know, you gonna get my bag and you know not really like me, I'm a demean you first date, dead ass. But she didn't give me that vibe. So I was like, let me take her to Fleming's. If you know Fleming's, I'm gonna spend a little bag, you feel me? So I pick her up real smooth, you feel me? I opened up the door for her. She's like, oh my God, nice car, it smells good in here. Yeah, I just sprayed it down with some Febreze. You feel me? Like, it smelled fantastic in here. We laughing, giggling all the way to Fleming's. Like, this day couldn't go any better. And I took her out midday. So I'm finna be happy the entire day. Like, this is absolute cinema. We get to Fleming's and, you know, I'm thinking like, you know, like she's down to earth, right? This girl orders everything that's expensive. Surf and turf, not no regular surf and turf though. She got a tomahawk with that motherfucker. And you know, at high-end restaurants, they don't have combos. Nah, you got to order everything a la carte, which is, I was expecting that, you feel me? She ordered lobster mashed potatoes, lobster mac and cheese. Why couldn't you get the regular mashed potatoes and mac and cheese? And then I remember in our messages, she's told me she didn't drink or smoke. The waiter came, she said, anything to drink? She said, I'll take a Jack and Coke. What? Bro, what are you, a construction worker? You know what? I wasn't gonna let any of this bother me. Any of this. Like, I was gonna keep the vibe going because, like, bro, she looked good. She still seemed like a cool person. Maybe it's just a misunderstanding. Like, maybe I just really didn't read her right in the messages. So she ends up going to the bathroom and leaving her phone on the table. She ends up going to the bathroom and leaving her phone on the table, gang. This how I knew that the Lord was on my side with this, gang. As soon as she left, phone start buzzing. She didn't even leave it on D&D, gang, for the date. Start buzzing crazy. But it's not my phone, so it's none of my business. My parents raised me, bro. So if it's not my business, I'm not in it until she tell me, you feel me? Bro, but the phone wouldn't stop. And she in the bathroom for like 20 minutes. I don't know if she's blowing it up or telling her friend she don't like me. I don't know what the vibe is. So she ends up coming back, and while she's walking back, she sees her phone buzzing. And the same name kept popping up, Jamal. Jamal kept popping up over and over. She's like, oh, let me go get this right quick. Boom, boom. I'm gonna be right back. Bro, our food finna come. Jamal can't wait. She outside for like 10 minutes. Mind you, it's midday. Fleming's is in a mall. Bro, like, literally, like, it's low-key. I'm low-key getting embarrassed. You feel me? Because Fleming's is packed right now. I don't know why it's packed at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but, like, bro, it's packed right now. But I'm like, you know, it's 10 minutes going by. I'm like, you know what, bro? Like, let me go eavesdrop. Cause you're not about to make me look crazy in front of all these white folk, bro. You're not finna do that. As soon as I open the front door to go eavesdrop, all I hear is her confessing her love to her baby daddy, which was Jamal. Cause I guess Jamal was been trying to get her back, and I guess I was just a rebound. You feel me? I guess I was just like, you feel me? I guess I was just, you know, she probably wasn't even gonna let me hit. At this point, I'm like, you know what? My mama raised a G. Who gonna pay for this food? Cause I'm not finna stay here and go out like this. You feel me? I'm not going out like this, gang. You not finna do this to me, bruh. As soon as I sit back down, I see all the food. The lobster mac, the lobster mashed potatoes, the tomahawk, the lobster tail. I ordered a New York strip, the cheapest steak on the menu. I'm seeing all the food on the table. I'm eating out of pure frustration right now, gang. Pure frustration. I didn't even realize I was sitting here for 20 minutes eating by myself. So I'm like, did Shorty leave? Oh, did Shorty leave and not say bye? Bro, I go to the front door to where she was standing in front of the front door. She's gone, nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found, gang. About 30 minutes go by, I asked the waiter for the bill. I'm like, you know what? Somebody got to pay. I'm a good citizen. I pay my taxes. I'm not finna leave this meal unpaid for. You feel me? Come back. The bill say $329. I almost broke the table, gang. So I'm sitting there thinking I got to pay for this meal out of pocket, like my hard-earned money. But I remember, like, this meal pretty much finna be free because I downloaded this app called Pay Me. And I just file lawsuits against other companies getting sued, and then I help the other company that's suing that company. And when they pay out, the lawsuits, I get my portion. I did that like 3 to 4 times this month. I got paid like $550. So I was like, okay, it's finna be free. So I pay for the meal. I drink the rest of her Jack and Coke. So that's why I'm a little wired right now. And yeah, I drive off, and as soon as I get here in this parking spot before I started recording this video, she calls me. She was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like my baby father wouldn't stop calling me. Hung up in her face. Cause you not finna disrespect me because I heard you confessing your love to him and that you wanted him back. So you probably at his crib right now in his bathroom trying to talk to me. I'm not second choice, baby. I've never been second choice. Don't ever disrespect me like that.
I swear, man, dating is like a big waste of time. You know how ridiculous it is to have to sit there, talk to somebody for hours on the phone, get to know somebody, get to appreciate this person, get to understand how this person is, know their likes, their dislikes, tell them your whole life story just for things not to work out. And then you stuck back at square one and you haven't accomplished nothing. Like, honestly, I don't want to date nobody if we ain't planning on making this money together. If we not planning on getting rich together, I don't want to date you. If you don't got no ambition, I don't want to date you. If all you want to do is constantly go out to the club and drink, I don't want to date you. If your best friend is that of the opposite sex, I don't want to date you. If you don't got no ambition, I don't want to date you. If all you do is complain about your life and your circumstances and you ain't doing nothing to change it, I don't want to date you. Oh, word, you used to be a cheater when you was younger? I don't want to date you. If you got all the time for social media, but don't got no time for me on the phone, I don't want to date you. And if in the back of your mind, you don't really like me and you just wasting my time, then just leave me alone.
So I'm talking to my mom and she's like, why do you think men treated women so great in my day versus yours? Mind you, my mom is only in her 50s and I was like, where do I start? Number one, oh my God, I believe social media has a huge part to play in this. Because everyone has the illusion of options, they don't want to settle down and commit. 2, I believe culture has a huge part to play in it. Back in the days, women were not doing it the way that they are now. Like, they were a lot more modest. They were a lot more, I believe, church going, just like at a slower pace. Men were excited just to like hold your hand. Things were just different. Like the music was different. Men wanted to cater to you. I believe that, back in the day, you date people that are in proximity to you. Your idea of beauty is different. The standard of beauty now is also at such a different level now. Like, women are seeing beauty thrown at them every day around the world. And then they're pressured to look perfect, but also shamed if they want to get surgery to look perfect. And then it's just like, it's crazy. It's crazy. And then you have women out earning men now versus before, where the gender gap was not what it is now. Like, also back in the day, there were more men to help the boys learn what it is to be a man. So now boys are turning to Future and Andrew Tate and Kevin Samuels to learn what it is to be a man because there's no father figure around. Whereas before, you would see men in their households. There were more male teachers. There was better male examples for men to follow. Now men just want to ball out and be a rapper or a scammer or something. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, because I don't know, this subject is crazy.
How many of you can agree with me? Social media has killed the dating world. That one thing that people in my generation, growing up, getting to know somebody, whether it was just by phone, school, or you met somebody at somebody's birthday party or whatever, that is gone. Because the way you meet people nowadays is trash. You can't tell me that there's wife material or husband material at some ratchet club or whatever, you know? It's sad that this generation is not going to get to experience what really courting somebody was back in the day, man. If you have someone in your life and you're happy, man, stay with that person. I guarantee you there is nothing good out here. I know people that are giving up on dating altogether. They'd rather be alone. And it's sad. Social media came and just killed everything.
Since coming back from Texas, I realized that I have to stop dating in New York. Because the experience that I had out in Texas compared to the experiences that I have out here are like uncomparable. So it's just like, I can't do it no more. So if you're from New York, you have no chance of dating me because I'm not dating in New York anymore. Like, I have to go take a flight to go see you at this point because I'm not, like, the New York dating pool is full of piss. And I just can't do it no more. It's like copy, paste, the same people. The same people all around, through and through. And that shit is exhausting and it's annoying. And that goes for men and women. Like, y'all are all X'd out. I can't do it no more.
All right, I might ruffle some feathers with this one, but if you thought that dating in 2025 was bad, 2026 just cremated it. Dating isn't just cooked anymore. It's overcooked, charcoal, burnt. And here's where it went wrong. Everyone was told they deserved the best without becoming better. Now, we've got people who want marriage benefits with talking stage effort. Everybody wants loyalty, nobody wants discipline. Everybody wants honesty, nobody wants accountability. Social media has convinced people that they've got many options, and dating apps convince them that they're special. Now, average effort thinks it deserves elite results. Men are becoming more feminine, women are becoming more masculine, and everyone is shocked why. I'll tell you why. You've got men who want constant reassurance and emotional fucking babysitting. And you've got women who want to lead, dominate, and debate everything like it's a freaking podcast. Men say that women are unrealistic, and women say that men are immature. Although both are right, both are still single. I miss when dating used to be, how do we build this together, babe? Now it's, well, what can I get without committing? And no, this isn't a gender war. I just want to put that out there. It's standards without structure. Like, you can't want traditional love with modern laziness. You can't want peace while acting like chaos is freaking cute. See, here's the part that people hate hearing. A feminine woman does not weaken a man. She actually controls him better than any force ever could. Because a calm, soft, grounded, feminine woman will have a strong man working harder than any argument ever will. And a strong man doesn't suppress a woman. He gives her space to soften up. But instead, we've got men avoiding responsibility, women avoiding softness, and both calling it independence. Hey, newsflash people, you can't have two leaders in a romantic relationship. Just like you can't have two followers. That's not a relationship. That's just chaos with matching outfits. Now, we don't need men acting like men from 1920s. And we don't need women pretending that they don't need men at all. We need men to be men and women to be women. And both to stop being offended by biology. Disagree with me in the comments. I'll wait.
Why does dating suck in this era? The answer is men. Men are the reason that dating sucks. Oh, but you can't say that. Well, there's always, of course there are exceptions, but overwhelmingly, and statistics back this up. Men are the reason that relationships and dating suck. Not only do they no longer want to pursue women, they only want her if she doesn't want him back. As soon as she shows any type of interest, as soon as she lets her walls down, as soon as she lets him get to know her, he loses interest. As soon as she expresses how much she likes him, he's like, I don't like you that much anymore. I know a lot of single women can agree that this happens so frequently. I've seen videos about how we'll be dating someone that pursued us, initiated contact with us, and they'll do everything that we want as far as pursuing. They'll take us out, they'll be a gentleman, they will say the right thing. And then as soon as you start to like them back and show the tiniest ounce of interest, they're like, oh, I'm just really busy. It's sick. They only want the chase. And yes, I know there's going to be men in the comments disagreeing with me, calling me all sorts of names, saying that I need to choose better men. But here's the thing. Choosing better men looks like not choosing men at all. Being single, not having kids, not getting married. And that's also a problem for men. So what we're not going to do is sit here and tell women to choose better men when men need to be better men. The last 4 or 5 guys that I have gone on a date with and have actually liked and continue to talk to after the date, regardless of if we ever slept together or not, it always starts and ends the same way. It starts with them showing a lot of interest, love bombing me, wanting to plan something ASAP, taking me out, buttering me up. The date goes well. They want to see me again. I'm amazing. I'm beautiful. I'm gorgeous. I'm so much fun to be around. And then I'm like, okay, like things might actually be going well. I'm not going to have too many expectations, but let's just see what happens. And then all of a sudden, they randomly just like stop talking to you. They go from texting you all day, every day, when can I see you again, to, oh, well, I'm just really busy with work, or I just have a lot on my plate right now. And then you're like, okay, like I get it. Just can you let me know instead of like not talking to me for 2 days? Because in my mind, if you're not talking to me for 2 days, that means you've ghosted me or you died. Communication, just being like, hey, I have a really busy day going on. Can I talk to you later? That's literally all it takes. Or you can be like, hey, I don't think we're a good match. You're a cool person, but I just don't think I see a future with us. I would rather that than you just ghosting me. This has happened to me over and over and over again. And men always say that they're like afraid of rejection, right? But I just saw a video talking about how at least men don't get rejected once you've already let your guard down and started to work towards a relationship. That's what happens to women. They act like they are interested in us. They tell us all the things we want to hear. They might even do all the things that we're looking for. And then like that, they switch it up. They slowly just pull away. And then they always hit us with, I'm just really busy right now. It never fails to amaze me how unoriginal men are. Again, this is not about choosing better men. Men are doing this on such a large scale that thousands of women or more know exactly what I'm talking about because we're all dealing with the same shit. This is why we say hetero relationships typically only work out when the man likes the woman a little bit more than she likes him. When it's the other way around, it never works. When we say that we want men who yearn, we mean consistently. We mean for the whole relationship, not just in the beginning. If you're just gonna pull back as soon as I'm like, oh my God, I like you too, what the fuck is the point? Don't bother me in the first place.
Yo, I know this is not a popular topic to talk about or a popular subject, but if you could find your soulmate in college, like the person you feel like is your twin flame that you're gonna be with the rest of your life, stay with that person as long as possible, yo, because you're not gonna realize until you get out here that dating pool is fucking trash. Like, it ain't nothing but some people that been through fucked up relationships, so they traumatized, they holding back, so they really want to give their all to their next relationship. A bunch of single mothers out here with high standards, divorcees, men and women, crazy ass dudes that done lost their family already, so they really mentally going through some shit. They need to go through therapy. This shit wild, so hold on to that person as long as possible, man. Cherish your relationships, bro. If you got a good one, stay with it. Stay with that person as long as possible and work through all your problems, man, for real.
Honestly though, what the hell is wrong with dating in our generation, especially in Chicago? I don't know if dating in the past was all that, but like, what happens in the movies when guys actually know how to care for the girl and like bring some flowers, write some love letters and stuff like that. I know guys like this exist today, but like it's so freaking rare nowadays. Is like hookup culture, ghosting, everyone being introvert. Like, is this social media that's just ruining the idea of dating for most of us? So many of us like turn to dating apps only for it to end up in nothing. And to bring up Chicago again, it's like no one here dates seriously. And I've seen videos from other creators talking about this too, but why is it like this specifically in Chicago? I truly believe that when the right one comes, it'll happen, but just the process of getting there is like tiring.
One of the scariest things you can do is date in this generation. Bro, it's like I'm really hitting the point where like love, real love is dead. Dead, bro. I'm with my boys, right? And we were just meeting new people, making friends and stuff, right? We were with these group of girls. And when I tell you what I heard and what I saw with my own two eyes, that moment, I was like, I am never dating anyone again. All talking, we're all getting to know each other, right? And then one of the girls out of this group that we just met gets a phone call. And she looks at us, bro, and she goes, y'all want to see something funny? Watch this. Her boyfriend was calling and she put him on speakerphone and they're talking and he's like, why are you not answering my calls? Like, you told me you were going to be home an hour ago, all this stuff. And she's like, babe, like me and my friends, like we're chilling, like don't worry about us. And the guy goes, respectfully, he goes, hanging out with any guys. She goes, no, it's just me and my two girls. You are the reason. You are the reason I'm not going to date. You are the reason that dating is dead in this society. Is loyalty that scarce? You not only lie to him, but make him look stupid at the same time. I would have found his social media on the spot. I would have been like, yo, bro, DTB, man. DTB. You're a king. Go do something better with your life.
People are always like, why are you not dating anybody? Like, why are you not with someone? Like, you're so beautiful. Like, you can have anyone you want. Here's the thing, okay? Yes, I have men in my DMs, my inbox, whatever, okay? A lot of them are married men. A lot of them are men that are in a relationship already. Like, seeing that, first of all, screenshot sending it to your girl. Like, I'm not the one. Secondly, why? Like, why is cheating such like a normal thing in today's society? It's so crazy to me. So crazy to me. Like, what? Anyways, for the fact of like dating somebody and getting into a relationship, like I'm dating to marry. I'm not just dating today, have a little fling. Like, no. One, I have a child. That's huge to me. And there's so many expectations and like things that I need from a man that I feel like a lot of men don't have. And that's the same to go for women, for men. Like a lot of girls just don't have what men want, and that's fine. But it's like the happy medium. Do I think that my husband lives in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, or Pennsylvania in general? Probably not. Probably not. Because I've had a taste of men here, and it's not a good taste. It's very sour, bitter, disgusting, honestly. Disgusting. And I'm just not with the games, and I feel like the mentality of so many people is just games. Like, I'm a mother. I don't got time to waste. I have no time to waste. So, just know that if you're a man, you have a wife, you have a girlfriend, like, bro, if you don't want to be with her, leave. Like, why cheat? Because she cooks you stuff, she treats you good. Yes, she does all that, not knowing that you're cheating. It's so messed up. It's so wrong. It's so wrong. Y'all men are dirty. Y'all men are gross. Men. Like, I'm switching sides. Ladies! For real, though, it's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. And I'm not going to be that girl. Because I've been... That's how I feel. Yep. Yeah. Ladies, I love you. Stop letting it happen. Like, don't let men walk all over you, okay? Don't let them walk all over you. You're a bad bitch. You can get whoever you want. You can have whatever you want. You can be single and live a life. You can be a single mom. If your baby dad treats you like shit, leave. And I promise.
Something that no one ever talks about. When men found out all it takes is $150 for one night with the woman of your dreams, it completely changed the game. It completely changed the game and changed the whole dating pool. I know dudes that used to want to be a husband and all these kind of things, and now They don't want to go to the gym no more. They don't want to brush their hair. They don't go to church. They don't go nowhere. They don't want to go out. They don't even want to go on dating apps for looking for women. All they want to do is go to work and wait till they check come and take $150 and go find them the woman of their dreams for that night.
Talking to men is so fucking draining, and not too much because I get my hair done tomorrow. But talking to men is so fucking draining. I started talking to this guy. I haven't linked them, no date, no nothing. We was just talking to see if I wanted to take it there yet, right? We haven't been talking for more than a week. Probably, I would say 4 days. And as I'm speaking to him, I realize a lot of the jokes that he be making is low-key insulting. Like, he used insults as jokes. I don't like that shit. I don't find that shit funny. I'm not your homeboy. I'm in very much soft girl era. Do not fucking try to fucking insult me as a joke and think it's funny. It's not funny. Because to me, every joke has some truth to it. So if you insulting me, I feel like you're dead ass insulting me for real. So me being a little emotionally mature, I decided to give him a chance to fix that shit. And I brought it up to him like, hey, like, low key, one thing I realized, actually, let me just read exactly what the text message said. So I said, you know what I realized? He said, well, I be hating low key, ? And then he said, nah, just kidding, with a laughing emoji. I support. I said, no, your jokes do be insulting. You joke and insult, and I don't know if it's intentionally or unintentionally. He put red flag, ? I said, I honestly don't like it, to be honest. So he said, my bad. I said, I mean, at least I'm being honest. But if that's your thing, I don't want to change you as a person. Because honesty is giving you already snitch on yourself. This is the type of person you are. Like, I feel like I could give you a chance to change that. But it's like, this is your personality. Honestly, I'm just not fucking with your personality. But back to the text messages. So I said, but if that's your thing, I don't want to change you as a person. But personally, it's just not something that I'm used to. Or specifically, I said, but personally, it's just not what I'm used to. Right? So he put the thumbs down on it. So he said, nah, I get that. I don't mean no harm by it. Honestly, I appreciate you for telling me, though. I'll cool off on it. You know, I thought he was making a step to progress. But within that same minute, from 8:46 p.m. to 8:46 p.m., 2 texts double back. He responds, I don't know, maybe you want to, like, go back to what you're used to. Bitch, there's so much sass up your fucking ass, bitch. It took everything in me not to be like, suck my dick with your dead grandmother's lips. Everything in me. But I didn't say that. I said, LOL, okay, it was nice meeting you. And we move on to the next fucking. This is exactly why men gets my business number now. And they don't even get my fucking personal number. Because this was a fucking interview and bitch, you failed. You did not get the motherfucking job. Fuck you.
Most of my guy friends are single right now, and this is why. And no one's really talking about this, by the way.
Modern day dating sucks for plenty of reasons, and it's going to continue to suck because I don't think women understand that they fully dictate and control the dating marketplace. If a young man gets on the internet and sees that to get an attractive girl, to get a girlfriend, period, I need to be very successful, have everything in my life in order, well, he's going to put his head down, build himself up, and once he's ready, he'll go find him a wife. Most men don't even really come into their own until their early to mid 30s. I say this all the time. My dad had me and he was 24 years old. He was dead broke. By his mid 30s, he was making $250,000 a year. Dating was fucking easy as hell for him. Do you even think that a successful man that has a lot of money, and that's relative, doesn't have to be millions, do you think it's hard for him to operate in the dating world? Hell no. All you got to do as a man is flex a little bit of a lifestyle and they'll come. My pop says all the time, he said, I would hate to date in this generation. He was like, because love is so secondary. It's what can you do for me right now? How much money do you have? He said, when did 20-year-olds, when were y'all supposed to be rich and everything figured out? He said, that doesn't even make any sense. Everybody wants this luxurious lifestyle, fancy lifestyle to live, but what women don't understand, the dude that has his head on his shoulders that you don't want at 24, he's going to be that rich, successful dude at 30, and he might not want you then. Men on average have to work extremely hard to get successful, especially get paid. So once they reach that point, they become the catch. A girl just has to wait to get chosen then. I know a lot of women don't like when they hear this, but the longer you are single, the harder it's going to be for you in the dating world. That's reality. You need to live in it. If you find a guy that has his head on right and his trajectory looks good, keep him. For majority of people, there is not a Prince Charming coming to save you, some rich man that's just going to fall out the sky and come get you. That's not going to happen. You don't have a lot of dating options or romantic partners. I don't know why people think they do. All of this is just a cycle. The dude that you don't want at 25, 26, 27, once he gets established at 32, 33, you now have to get chosen. That man becomes a catch. A man that's, let's say, 6 foot, has all his money in order, and is successful, he is the prize now. Oh, a lot of dudes now, they'll just be single, they'll work their ass off, and once they're established and ready, they'll do the picking. And then a lot of women just have to wait to get chosen.
Man, I don't give a damn what anyone says. Dating right now sucks. I swear, like, the talking stage feels like a job interview with no job at the end. When I have a girl, I want to treat her like a princess, because why would I not? But apparently that's seen as love bombing or some bullshit. Like, what does that even mean? So you don't want me to open your door for you, pay for your food, and text you back quickly? Like, why would you not want those things? I don't know, maybe I'm just ranting because I'm single, but like, I feel like the dating game actually sucks.
This up here is a crazy stat. So it says nearly half of young men between the ages of 18 to 25 have never asked a woman out on a date or never even asked for a number in person. Y'all see how insane this stat is? Nearly half, almost 50% of young men in my age range has not asked a woman out on a date or haven't even asked for a number in person. That is unbelievable. And I understand why this stat exists for 2 reasons. 1, we got social media. Like, most guys would just ask a girl more than likely for an Instagram or for a Snapchat, and they'll just, hit her up on Snapchat or Instagram instead of asking for her number and everything. Besides, a lot of girls really don't like to give out their numbers anyway, so they're going to give out the IG or the Snap. You see a lot of girls on social media anyway, so it's so easy to ask a girl out through social media. And then my second point is rejection. People, especially girls, are not rejecting like how they used to reject back in the day. Like, back in the day, they would just say no, and you always hear the term, the worst they can say is no. Nowadays, girls are rejecting guys in like the most disrespectful way possible. And especially through a text. If you get rejected in the most disrespectful way through text, 9 times out of 10, the girl is going to screenshot that, send it to her friends in a group chat, probably laugh at you behind your backs, and maybe even post on her story, just make it a public post. Like, nobody wants to be exposed for getting rejected. But this just proves that dating in this generation is cooked. Like, it's by far probably the hardest thing to do. But at the end of the day, it is what it is.
I've told myself always that my man, I don't have a man, but my future man is going to be from my gym. I'm now convinced, like, that's not happening anymore. Like, today just did it for me. So, small little story time. Today I'm working out and I'm just doing cardio. And normally if I'm doing cardio, obviously I'm dying, right? Today, a guy came up to me, and it's a guy that I normally talk to. Like, we're super chatty even when we're just training. And I don't mind. Normally I, don't speak to me. But, this guy's good looking. He's really nice. So I'm like, yeah, come talk to me, So, today I'm doing cardio. And he comes up and he starts talking. So, I'm, over there dying and trying to hold a conversation with this man. I only had 10 more minutes left on the Stairmaster, so I was like, okay, it's fine. So by the time I was finished with the Stairmaster, we're still talking, and I still had to go over to the treadmill to get my steps. Only 30 minutes though. So I go over to the treadmill, he follows me, and we continue the conversation. And the conversations are just jumping around. We're not just talking about one specific thing. And in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, this conversation is really good. And he's staying while I'm doing my cardio. He really wants to talk to me, right? So like I said, the conversation's going really well. I'm now on the treadmill and I have 15 minutes left. And he was like, oh, how much time do you have left? And I told him 15 minutes. And he was just like, okay. And he kept talking. And in my head, I'm like, oh my gosh, he wants to wait for me to finish so he can walk me to my car. Delusional girl, right? Anyways, that's besides the point, because he does wait for my cardio to finish and he does walk me out. Now, before our conversation ends, we get onto the subject of politics. Y'all, that's where it all went wrong. And I'm not saying we have to believe in the same things, but this one specific thing with politics, we completely differ on, and I cannot be with someone who thinks like that or believes in that. Cannot. I'm not going to go into the specifics, but the way he was talking, red flag. It was just a red flag. This is why you need to talk about politics with someone before you get into a relationship with them, or before you start dating them. Like we're about to get in a relationship. But before you start actually dating someone,
this is a part of it. Like politics, I feel like you have to be aligned with your partner 100%, not 100%, but we wouldn't be aligned like at all. And I don't care how cute you are, if we don't believe in the same things, it's a no for me. But yeah, dating from the gym, just not gonna happen. I've had so many failed attempts, it's ridiculous. So many. So it's not happening. I'm convinced.
Dating today is definitely not worth it. You're gonna get cheated on. You're gonna have financial trouble. There's gonna be some kind of drama that unfolds before you know it. It's not worth it. Men will get ran over, I promise you. These women ain't what we think they are. Oh, I've been with 2 guys, and then you go check their record. They've been with fucking 50 people, but by the time they was 25. It's not worth it. The man is gonna lose in the end. Men, stay single, bro. Yes, it sucks, but you know what to do to get what you want, if you know what I mean. Financially, you're gonna be good. Might be a little lonely, but it's better than what you're gonna deal with if you're in a serious relationship, bro. You got to worry if you're gonna get cheated on nowadays. That's a given. You have to worry. I don't give a fuck what nobody says. You're gonna have to worry. You're gonna have some kind of drama and you're gonna be struggling financially. Do not do it. Stay single. Peace.